Why is blue rain falling in Texas? What happened to this wrestler who started buying used shoes on the dark web? And what caused the detective to move his family out of their home after what was captured on their baby monitor? These are real videos that captured something not meant to be seen. If there are any Texans in the audience, please confirm whether this is true or not. Recently, folks have been posting videos on social media of this bright blue rainwater. Almost looks like Kool-Aid or something. A lot of this was happening before the massive flash flood that hit back in July, and it's pretty odd because just days before that flash flood, a private company did a cloud seeding flight in the area. Cloud seeding is basically trying to make clouds drop more rain. Planes fly through clouds and release tiny particles, usually silver iodide or salt, to encourage precipitation. It's meant to increase rainfall slightly, not cause deadly flash floods, but some people are saying this flight could have set off the floods, maybe even had something to do with the mysterious blue rain. What makes Michael Myers so creepy? Well, aside from being near indestructible and wiping out random people without a second thought, it's how he likes standing perfectly still, staring at people from far away. You know, kind of like this. This video was shared by Reddit user She's Spooky, who finally decided to pick up her phone and start recording after this girl had been standing outside like that for about 15 minutes, not moving a muscle, just standing and staring off into the distance. Now, some commenters wondered if this woman may have been having a seizure, more specifically an absence seizure. This is where someone suddenly zones out, staring blankly for a few seconds, often without moving or remembering it afterward. The key words there are few seconds. These seizures usually only last about 30 seconds tops. According to this TikToker, this has been going on again for about 15 minutes at the very least. What do you all think of this one? Share your thoughts down in the comments. So Shiloh Hill is an American pro wrestler in WWE's NXT division, but about 6 months back, he started posting about this bizarre and genuinely disturbing saga on TikTok about a dark web shoe site called the Shoeman. It started back in May when he filmed his computer showing a marketplace full of filthy, worn, sometimes red-stained shoes, each listing tagged with the person's name and age. And they weren't cheap, $160 to $200 for nasty used shoes. But commenters quickly pointed out the unsettling truth. These shoes might be coming from dead people. Some claimed morgue workers sell items like this. Others wondered if maybe the real reason that prices were so high is because buyers are also getting something else along with the shoes. Well, Shiloh ordered a pair out of morbid curiosity. When they arrived, he tested the stains with hydrogen peroxide, and they foamed, meaning there was BLOOD residue on them. The box also included a VHS tape. After tracking down a VCR, he played it and found an hour-long mix of old commercials spliced with the Shoeman logo and footage of motionless, disfigured people walking in the same shoes listed online. At this point, Shiloh started to wonder if maybe he'd end up starring in one of these tapes, whether he liked it or not. And things escalated when he found a tracking device inside one of the boots. He pulled the SIM card from it, put it in a burner phone, and traced the data to a mysterious number. When he called it, he got a creepy voicemail. Then Shiloh discovered his own name on the website with a "coming soon" tag. More packages arrived, one containing shoes filled with a disgusting red goo and even maggots, plus another VHS tape showing eerie nighttime footage and cryptic messages. At this point, Shiloh admitted someone investigating the case warned him to stop posting, and that's pretty much where this story ends. Haven't really been much solid updates on this case, but luckily, Shiloh Hill is still alive. Ain't it nice having someone run their fingers through your hair? I mean, depends on who, obviously, and preferably they don't disappear when you turn to look at them. This clip was posted to TikTok by Rosalind422, who was chatting with her husband on a video call, and suddenly he spotted something. Rosalind's hair moves in a way that really looks like someone behind her is rubbing her head. Only when she turns to look, there's nobody there. Which is probably better than the alternative. I mean, she was home alone at the time. I'd take a ghostly entity over a home invader any day. Early though, as you can see in the text on the video, her uncle had just died the day before, and she'd been crying about him 20 minutes before this happened. The Instagram account Blue Line Bow Hunters shared a strange story from Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania, after a viewer captured something bizarre on the night of October 6, 2025, around 8:30 at night. He'd stepped outside hoping to get some footage of an owl in his backyard, but ended up noticing movement in the sky. See, when he lifted his thermal camera, the sky lit up with activity he couldn't see with the naked eye. According to his post, the objects weren't bugs, bats, planes, or drones, at least none he'd ever seen before. You could see one at first, a glowing orb flying across the sky in front of a plane, but soon we see more of them, moving in different directions and speeds, again, not visible to the naked eye. And they were high enough to slip behind clouds before reappearing again. Over the course of an hour, he recorded multiple videos and estimated that he saw close to 100 of these orbs moving overhead. It took me a minute to figure out what was going on in this video, but that girl who jumped off the car and face planted into the gravel, yeah, these people have no idea who she is. The video comes from Sexy Nico on TikTok, who said that he and his friends arrived at a campsite late at night. One of their friends started honking her car horn like crazy. A random woman had somehow climbed on top of her car. She started whispering terrifying things like, "Give me the kids, take the children," which made no sense because there weren't any kids around, thankfully. Then she started bouncing on the car roof. Nico walked over and calmly told her to get off the car, and that's when the woman froze, locked eyes with him, and let out a hiss before lunging. Then she ran off into the darkness. Well, they did the smart thing and moved to a different campsite. I'm not going to say this girl was possessed or anything, but was she on something that was causing her to make some possibly dangerous decisions to herself or others? Now that is definitely a safe bet. This nightmarish image was shared by Reddit user Kdrad. Their dad's friend, a detective who'd always noticed small, odd things around his house, items disappearing then turning up later, the occasional noise at night. Nothing that made him think anything serious was going on, though. Well, he went on a vacation with his wife and young daughter, and while they were out to dinner, he kept getting motion alerts from the baby monitor app. When he finally checked the latest notification, his heart skipped a beat. This ghoulish-looking thing was standing in his daughter's room. There was no family staying over. No pet sitter. No one was supposed to be in the house. He called Kdrad's dad right away and asked him to check the place. He went over, searched the entire house, but it was totally empty. No signs of a break-in either. The friend wasn't one to jump to paranormal explanations, but he was bothered enough that he spent the rest of the vacation looking at new houses. When he got back home, he didn't wait. He moved the family out within a week. And according to Kdrad, even their dad, who doesn't believe in ghosts at all, admitted the photo was unsettling. Really doesn't like talking about it. So this family was hanging out eating some McDonald's. The daughter started recording because her dad was talking about this McDonald's rap song that he still knew all the words to from when he was a kid. So she wanted to film him singing it. But keep your eyes on the red cup sitting on the table. Just a couple seconds into this lovely rendition of the song, it inches across the table, just slightly at first. Dad clocks this and immediately stops singing. Now cups can sometimes seem like they're moving on their own. It's caused by condensation forming at the bottom of the cup. It can cause it to slightly shift sometimes, but that's not the case here. As they sit there in silence for a few seconds staring at this cup, it moves again, and this time it's undeniable. It violently flies off the table. Just as they erupt in panic, the video ends. What do you think? Well-executed hoax or some genuine McParanormal activity? This next video comes from I Am Marshall on TikTok. Just moments after his brief introduction there, we start to hear a thumping noise coming from the stairs leading to the basement. He goes to investigate, calling out to whoever the hell is down there because the thumping is so loud and obvious. It really does sound like someone is deliberately making the noise, rhythmically pounding on the steps. But as we can clearly see, the stairs are empty. But then, the random thumps turn into what sounds like someone rushing up the empty stairs.
Hello?
Again, nobody really there. And finally, we have this clip from TikTok user Win McPix, who's posted a bunch of videos showing strange things happening in his home. In this one, he starts recording after hearing a steady thumping on the back door. As he walks into the kitchen with his phone, you can clearly see two hands hitting the glass in a slow, rhythmic pattern. It looks like someone is standing right outside trying to get his attention, which is Already unsettling considering it's the middle of the night, the moment he flips on the lights, the hands disappear completely. The thumping doesn't stop though. You can still hear it, even though there's no one on the other side of the door anymore. He inches closer, slides the door open, and as soon as it moves, the sound cuts off. It fades into nothing but the usual nighttime noise of crickets. The backyard is empty. No person, no animal, nothing that explains the hands or the knocking. Well, with all that said, I've been your host, James, and I'll catch you, yes, you specifically, in the next video.